The Indian Express, 3 August 2023, Express View, Riding on Hope and Chinese all-out war in broken India-China relations. As part of its unrestricted warfare strategy, China has been fighting a full-scale war against the Indian subcontinent. For a sizable segment of the Indian strategic community, faith frequently precedes reason in China. Unreasonable anticipation for a breakthrough in bilateral ties has arisen in response to the possibility that Chinese President Xi Jinping would travel to Delhi in September for the G20 conference. Xi's prospective trip to Delhi, which Beijing has not yet confirmed, is seen by optimists as a chance to break the deadlock in bilateral relations that has existed since China's aggressiveness in Ladakh in the summer of 2020, which resulted in the deaths of several Indian soldiers. Following a meeting in Johannesburg last week between National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and China's top diplomat, Wang Yi, on the sidelines of a BRICS gathering, anticipation skyrocketed. There is a lot of excitement in Delhi over the mention of the Bali consensus between Modi and Xi regarding the need to stabilize bilateral relations in the Chinese statement released following the meeting, as well as the South Bloc's confirmation of specific conversational details that had not previously been made public. The fact that Modi and Xi scarcely spoke to one another during the G20 dinner in Bali, Indonesia, last November should temper this exuberance. Any assertion that the two leaders agreed to resolve the Ladakh border disputes rapidly reflects the wishful thinking that has characterized India's conventional strategy toward China. In the past, Delhi was keen to brush essential differences under the rug to strengthen bilateral ties or work together on international concerns. The Modi administration has clarified that there will be no return to normalcy until Beijing restores calm and harmony along the border. On the other hand, Chinese officials have asked that India put the border dispute to rest and continue its cooperation with them in other areas. The claim that the state of the border reflects the state of the relationship has been upheld by Delhi. Nothing indicates that Modi will back down on this matter to appease Xi. But could Xi untie the knot he made 3 summers ago in Galwan? Delhi will undoubtedly applaud the People's Liberation Army if it decides to return to the positions it held before May 2020. However, it seems that Xi is unwilling to make concessions about territorial disputes with China's neighbors, which include Japan, the Philippines, Vietnam, Taiwan, and India. However, Xi's mercenaries in diplomacy give neighborly dialogues a favorable spin and assert progress when none exists. Unfortunately, swallowing Chinese misinformation obscures the serious inconsistencies hampering the partnership. For those unable to recognize the fundamental crisis in bilateral ties, last week's stapled visas Beijing handed to Indian athletes from Arunachal Pradesh competing in the World University Games in Chengdu, China, served as a new reminder of the problem. Beijing claims Arunachal Pradesh as part of its territory via the stapled visas. Territorial sovereignty is the central issue in many of Delhi and Beijing's disagreements. The PLA's assertive military and political postures on the disputed frontier undercut the decades-long effort to manage tensions. Beijing must start the process of rebuilding the broken trust with Delhi. India's expectations of China should be tempered until then.